Welcome. I'm Debbie Fisher, Program Director and co-founder of Rainier Therapeutic Riding. And I want to tell you a little bit about my story. This program is coming on to its third birthday here in September of 2013, when we started our program with 8 soldiers in our pilot program. This all started a lot longer before that. After 9/11, my late husband and I, Colonel Fisher, he was activated back to full-time duty, and we moved from Central Oregon, Bend, up here at Joint Base Lewis McChord, and he was part of the Western Air Defense. I lost my husband in 2006 in a head-on car collision, and after being married for 30 years and left behind, so to speak, he also left his horse Root Beer too. And went ahead and I sold that horse 3 times, and the horse just kept on coming back. So I knew that God had a different plan in mind for Root Beer and me. In 2008, I met Bob Wolk, and we went ahead and went down to Texas. And at that point in time, North American Riding for Handicap, or NARA, was having their national convention, and we actually listened to a panel of soldiers tell us how horses had literally saved their lives, and it was very moving. And after the panel discussion, we actually got to talk to them in person, and I knew them in my heart what we were supposed to come back and do. The soldiers said in no uncertain terms we needed to come back here to the Northwest and start a program. So it took Bob and I about 1.5 years to actually get things going, between setting up the nonprofit, the board of directors, training volunteers, training the horses for the program, and then actually starting our pilot program with actual active duty wounded soldiers from Joint Base Lewis McChord in September of 2010. And I can't tell you what a blessing this program has been to me also, as well as it has been to the volunteers and the riders in our program. At Rainier Therapeutic Riding, we use horses to facilitate physical and mental, emotional healing for our military heroes and their families, while still promoting growth of our program, not only through the nation, but actually all throughout the world now. And God's had put that desire in our hearts also. And so it's been pretty exciting to see where we started at, and where we've come from, and where we're at today, and what the future holds for us. So I'm really excited to share some of the stories with you about some of the riders in the program and the wonderful volunteers that we have.
My name is Bob Wolk, and I am a co-founder of Rainier Therapeutic Riding along with Debbie Fisher.
My name is Alicia Mutter. I'm the Executive Director and a past certified instructor for Rainier Therapeutic Riding. Part of my job as an Executive Director is to help manage the business side of things, but one of the more fun aspects of my job is teaching classes and helping to work with our riders and our soldiers.
What we do at Rainier Therapeutic Riding with these horses is a different type of a therapy.
She's a gentle horse. I love her. She knows I'm new at this stuff, and so she compensates for my mistakes, and she actually teaches me how to ride her.
We use the horses, are the therapists. We just help the horses out with what the job that they have to do with these men and women. Our program, it runs an 8-week session, and when they first come to us, they're very distrustful, and I'm not really quite sure what this is all about. So what we've done is we've gone ahead and sort of disguised the therapeutic value through teaching horsemanship skills. And by teaching horsemanship skills, we see, as the weeks progress, them building their self-esteem up, their confidence in being able to do something new, their trust in other people around them. We actually go ahead and we assign one horse and one lead volunteer to each rider that is carefully picked for them for that 8-week session. And that small nucleus, that's where it all begins at, and trust with that horse and with that rider and with that lead volunteer. And then of course we have instructors running the class, as well as note takers, which we do our own internal research on their progress. So when they first come in to their class for the day, they'll actually go ahead and fill out a form, and on top it has information in regards to, okay, tell me today what your anxiety level is from 1 to 10. Where's your mood at from 1 to 10, being very unhappy to being sad or happy, one of the two. As well as their pain level and if they're having any special issues. And then we actually have got measurable objectives for them to, that we let them know what that is for the day also. And then there's note takers out in the class observing what's going on in the class, as well as the instructor teaching the class, and that lead volunteer is right there to assist these special men and women that can have a multitude of different issues, from post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injuries, to physical injuries, depression, bipolar, schizophrenia, cancer. Any reason that they cannot serve in their regular active duty unit. A lot of times they're put into these medical flights or warrior transition battalions, as well as other veterans that have already retired that we have in our program. And so what's very exciting though is it's amazing how just with one 90-minute class lesson a week, we're actually seeing they come back at the end of the class and they fill out the same questions again. Self-evaluation. Okay, now tell me what your anxiety level is. Tell me where your pain level is at now. What's your mood? And just with our own internal studies, we're seeing a 50% reduction almost across the board, which is absolutely mind-boggling. And the medical group is just absolutely astounded at what they're seeing happening with this horse therapy program.
I'm Heidi. I'm a veteran of the United States Army. I was in for 5 years, and I was a 31 Echo, which is a prison guard.
My name is Edward Wiles. What I was with the 173rd Airborne Battalion in Vietnam. Okay, and I'm one of the few that made it back that wasn't killed or seriously wounded in our division.
All right, my name is Greg Neufeld. I am recently retired from the U.S. Army, 22 years. I was a senior NCO before I got out. I've been working with horses for about 2 years now.
My name is Richard Carson. I'm a retired specialist from the Army as a combat medic. I was injured in April 17th of 2010 in Afghanistan.
So what does horse therapy do for you?
Oh my goodness. This is my one day of the week where I don't have to worry about nothing. This is my time with me and my horse, and working on confidence building, learning how to deal with my stress and anxiety, and knowing that it's okay, that there are other people around here that understand where I'm coming from, understand, what I've been through, and don't ask questions, don't judge. And when you are having a hard time, you have your horse. They don't judge you. They don't, they feed off your anxiety, so you know how to balance yourself again. And it's nice. It's a good feeling to be out here.
I've been with this program. This would be my third or fourth cycle through with the program now, and I've seen soldiers come in that were, I don't want to say a nervous wreck, but I understand where they're coming from, where they're at. They're checking corners, they're looking at doorways, they're making sure the building's clear, there's no danger. They're really, really keyed up. By the end of just the 8-week beginner course, the ones that stick with it, there's a change. They're smiling, they tend to be a bit happier, a lot more relaxed.
If you could say anything to the public about Rainier Therapeutic Riding or other soldiers about the program, what would you say?
It's the best. I don't know honestly where else I would go to feel comfortable enough to be out and be okay, to have peace. It's needed. It's needed everywhere. I think every soldier and every vet, we need to be here. It's even for people who have never been around horses. This is a great learning experience. Yeah, it definitely needs to continue.
I say give it a shot. That's it. Give it a shot.
What have you got to
Don't.
lose?
What have you got to lose? You're suffering from depression. You're withdrawn in. You sometimes think about suicide. I'm not going to commit suicide.
I would recommend this program to anybody coming back. You know, it doesn't matter if you have physical injuries, mental injuries, no matter what your problem is. There's a horse here that can help you. You can, and it'll help you walk better, whatever your physical limitations are. It'll help your emotions. You know, it'll help calm you down. You know, even if it's just PTSD or anxiety issues or anything like that, just mental stuff too. It just you calm down, you relax. It's benefit for everybody.
But just the change you see just within the arena we work in, it's pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing.